Appreciate you. That was a good presentation. This is our question and answer period that we do with each and every webinar. If you'll look on your screen, the box that is on the right down towards the bottom, there is a question area. Click on that box and you can type your questions in there, and we will answer those in the order that we receive them. We do have one of the owners here behind the curtain, if I can say it that way, with us, Mr. Sanborn Nix. San, we already have one question if you want to answer that, or if you have any opening statements you'd like to make.
We can go ahead and get into the questions and answers, Ray.
All right. All right. We have one here. Says, are we allowed to purchase a second position with a new username under our first position? If so, can we use the same email address, and can we get paid for both positions on the same debit card?
We don't advise you to do that because you want to be able to focus on all your different businesses that you open up. There should be an active person working those businesses because the more you divide and bring more businesses in that you're not working, you're trying to scoop up more revenue for yourself, but you're hurting your team, and that is something that I wouldn't advise. But you could put five different people or in the household or however you want to add it up, sum it up on one debit card. But that's as far as your debit card. You must have different email addresses for those different entities that you create. You cannot share an email address. I don't know whose system you could go in and put the same email address. I've never seen that in the 20 years that I've been doing this, and I don't think we're going to start doing it now right here with our program. So if you want to open up multiple outlets for yourself, we're not going to encourage it. We're not going to discourage it, but we're going to know when that entity gains at least $600 in revenue, that entity will get a 1099. And that's up to you and your CPA and your accountant to be able to decipher if you opened up one for Snoopy and all the rest of the crew, maybe whatever fictitious group or animal that you might open up a entity for. But we're not gonna. That's not in our hands. That's on you. But do not do more than five on one credit card because we had incidents of people trying to put more than they can, and we're not gonna pay to. If you want pay for that entity, you sign up for Payza with that entity's name and you get it set up properly, and you get a card for that entity and get it done properly and in order. So thank you.
The second part of that question was, can we get paid for both positions on the same debit card? I'm going to assume that's the Visa card. Now, you went over, they can put five different people on their credit card whenever they come in, but in order to get paid, do they have to have, each one has to have a separate card?
Right. Like I said, it's not something that we're going to advise people to do. So we're not going to make special provisions for it to be easy for you to do whatever you want to do. If you want to have multiple entities that you're maintaining, then you need to get multiple cards. Because, like I said, we're going to send a 1099 for those businesses. And I think the accountant should be according to if you're sharing one card, then it just seems like that money is being earned by that one entity when it's not. It's been earned by multiple separate dupe entities. So I would advise you, if you're going to do those things, then you need to do it rightfully and in order. You need to have a card for each one of those businesses that you are claiming that you're using.
All right, Henry wants to know, hi San, why are my landing pages all going to the $25 Legacy Facebook group page?
We've already instructed people on, I don't know how many calls. We've done 6 calls for the past 30 days. Um, was it 6 times a day, Ray?
Yep,
We do
six
six times
times a day,
for
6
the
days a
past
week.
30 days. What does that come up to be?
That's, oh Lord, a
A,
bunch.
a whole bunch. Okay. So if you haven't been on those calls or your leader hasn't been on that call, This is a prime example of a question that you should be asking your leader. Everybody was instructed because until the site goes live, you will get redirected to the Facebook group. Everybody has been instructed not to give your link out. So if you're giving your link out and your people is getting redirected, good for you because you shouldn't be giving it out anyway. But now that it's time for us to launch, when we go live, those links will be live. So I don't know how many more times we got to explain it. If you get plugged into the source, you won't have no reason for being misguided and getting misinformation. This is something that we've been telling people from day one, 30 days ago, 6 times a day. And I don't know how many times we get asked in these sessions, why don't your links work? Well, if you're plugged into the group and you see in there 1,000 times people asking that same question, why don't your link work? So that just tells me that people aren't plugged in, and there is going to be a whirlwind of people getting flushed in the system for not being plugged in.
It's amazing. He said, thank you. Henry, I hope that you've got a list of the people that you sent your link to. You can go back to them and tell them that you'll be able to give them a live link after midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time. Okay. He said he just signed up last night. No one yet. I don't know how you signed up, but that's okay. I'm not going to get into that. Frank Fremantle says, what concerns me is when you first join, you pay the $25, which is date and time stamped. You spend the money to upgrade, but when it's time to pay again, the money will not arrive in your account until after the date you paid your first 25. I don't know how you see that, Frank. Sam, I'll let you answer that. You want me to read it again?
Nah, I'm just
Okay.
praying.
Uh, I'll pray too.
Um, if you got a lot of concerns about making money with our program, and you don't think you're going to be able to make $190 each month with our program, cancel your subscription.
That's pretty straightforward. The thing that we go over every presentation is that you only have $25 out of pocket. In order to upgrade to the other two matrices, you take those upgrades out of your profit, not out of pocket, out of profit. Yes, there's 65 for the second one and 100 for the third one, but they did not come out of your pocket. So if you don't have those the second month, whenever your subscription comes up again, all you've got is the $25 one to worry about that. The second month, if you have paid those subscriptions and you want to stay in those matrices, then you'll just have to come up. If it's not there, I don't know why it wouldn't be there, because the only way you could have got that money in your wallet to start with is because someone is in your matrix, someone is coming behind you, and if they're making money, they're going to be there again the next month. So this keeps coming up. That question has come up before, and I don't understand it. Let's wait and see what it does next month and go from there. Any more questions? That's all I see right there, Sam.
What? Man, I was preparing
Yep.
for a big question, a good
Okay.
question. Thank you guys. Like I said, hopefully I don't sound hard, but this is just a sign, and I've been saying this for the longest, and it's not just to this area of people. Anybody who knows me, me and Ramon's been teaching people how to become internet marketers. For the longest, it's a travesty to see seasoned people doing the same stuff, making the same mistakes, and speaking the same verbiage to all the what other people are doing. And that's the reason why we are not having the success. And we always say, there's a 97% failure rate. And you wonder why it's a failure rate. It's not the systems, it's the people. People are self-destructive. They won't allow themselves to succeed. For some kind of way, they find a way to lose. Winners find a way to win, and losers find a way to lose. And I don't care. You could talk about, hey, and I hate to switch gears, something's wrong with that church. And 9 times out of 10, they go to the next church. Something's wrong with that church. Then something's wrong with the next church. But you know what? What happened was you was at that church. And that's when stuff started happening. And that's the same thing about these programs. You could take the same people and put them in another program and they would come with the same types of issues and problems. I seen it too many times. I done drug people from program to program to program, and they're the same people in each program, and it just gets worse and worse. They never mature. They never elevate to the next level. And then I wonder why the big wigs, the big players, don't have time for these people. And I think it's just being so cruel, and they're so mean, and they so hurtful. But no, you can't be a positive battery, keep allowing negativity and negative charge to latch onto you. And these are the same people that's in this system. But I'm gonna let you guys know, you're not gonna steal my thunder, and you're not gonna steal my success from me getting to the next destination. I would rather have you don't pay your subscription. Do not even come in this thing, because this is for the people that have the right mindset and have the tenacity to say no matter what the adversity is, you can't see everything. You can't figure everything out. You can't do it. Trust me. I spent a lot of time trying. Sometimes you have to start believing, and you have to start feeling and going with that, because those are the things that's really going to get you to where you need to go. I know you've been in the hurt relationships before. I know you've been hurt matrices. I know you've been lied to. I know you had a lot of broken promises. I was there with you. I was in those things just like you. So I want you to come here and have a free feeling to know that you're protected and you can actually operate to your highest ability in our company to do the things you need to do. There's no excuses here. Nobody has a ceiling over your head. Nobody is taking the money where you can't make it. If you don't succeed here, it's because you self-destructed and you decided that you didn't want to go to the next level. If you don't think you can make the 65, don't push the button. If you don't think you can make the 100, don't push the button. Let all your downline line up before you go to the next levels. Just like Ray said, then go. But if you know without a shadow of your doubt that you're going to be able to win at this thing, like I do, and I know you can, go ahead and get into those matrices and be there waiting when the rest of your people, because they're going to get there because you're going to help them get there. Your future depends on them. People that are realizing, hey, what happens to the $5 after I get 39 people? What happens to the matrix? Your focus after you get 39 people should not be the first matrix anymore unless you're helping people. That's the only focus. Once your 39 fills up, your focus should be on the second and third, not even the first. So what happens 200 million levels? Because every matrix is to infinity, but you're helping other people build their 39, and that 39 is what's going to sustain those people in all the other matrices. So you're helping them to win, which they're helping you to win. As soon as people start figuring that out, that you got to lose to win, you cannot make all the money. The company wants to make all the money. The reps want to make all the money. It has to be a dividing line somewhere. And that's where me and Ramon came in. We decided we're not going to make a lot of money in the company. And then the reps that come in, we're going to get them to a sustainable income. And then they're going to help their people make money. They're forced to help their people make money. And that's the reason why this system is going to be so confusing for a lot of people, because they're not used to helping their teams. They're used to just dragging them in and making all the money off of them. And it ain't going to work here, people. So if that's your mindset of not helping people and only worrying about your pockets, you will not succeed. Some way, somehow, you will self destruct, like they say in Mission Impossible. It will self destruct in a matter of time. So hopefully, you guys show up to blow up at the midnight hour tonight, 11:59. I don't know the math, so much confusion with what time, whatever. All I know is tonight at 11:59:59. Just be on the ready line. I don't know what time that is in your country or whatever Eastern Standard Time, but look, just make sure you're ready and we're going full force. So, if there's no more questions, Ray, I turn it back over to
We
you.
got
Hopefully.
We got another one.
Hey.
Frank said that he was the questions wasn't his. He was being asked those. Frank, you now have answers to take back to those people. David says, my sponsor said that she did not get an email with the name and email of the 40th person that joined her. Can this be changed so that we can contact the members we sponsor and help them?
No.
Short and sweet. Next question. How do we access this recorded webinar?
There's a
I
hundred.
didn't record this one. We have several that have
Oh,
been recorded.
the Q&A is recorded. I didn't record the webinar, but the Q&A is recorded. So I've recorded a few recordings, so they're in the group. If you go to $25legacy.com, I mean $25legacy team at gmail.com, that's our YouTube channel. $25 legacy, you can go there, search for us on YouTube. You should be able to find all the recordings. There's recordings. There's a 24-hour 7 days a week recording. If you go to rapidretirementplan.com, which is in the group. If you go in the group and you look to your far right, there's a link right there, and it's a big old thing that says video, blah, 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 recording that nobody pays attention to. If you go in the group right there, it's right there. Man, it's too many ways for you to get recordings. It's a whole host of recordings. Your upline should have a recording. If they don't, you guys, you're going to hear me say refer back to your upline all the time. If these people are making $10 off of you and $5 and 15s and 30s every time, make them work. Make them earn the money. They have been escaping in this industry for too long. If they're going to be your leader, they need to earn it. Okay. I interview my leaders. I say, hey, are you going to support me? Are you going to do calls? Are you going to, if I need people for you to talk to, are you going to be that person? If they tell me no, I'm going to find somebody else. Do not settle for mediocrity. Make them earn their money. If you don't have to ask me a question. You have a personal assistant that you pay for every month, which is your leader. And then I assist your leader. They come to us. It's a chain of command. They come to us, we give them the information, and they give it to you. And that's how it works. If you have to bypass that, then you're breaking the link. And there has to be some order. I mean, this is the only way we're going to be able to move 10 to 20,000 people in the capacity that we're doing. So these calls are a luxury. These question and answer sessions are a luxury. So, like I said, we're going to have more. They're going to be random. They're not going to be all like we're doing right now. After the launch, I think Miss Pat still wants to have presentation calls. So if you guys, the link should be still live. If you want to get them in on that time, I have to talk to Ramon just to make sure that we have clearance on that. But that's what the the thought is to continue to have calls while you guys are bringing in your people. They still want to know more about the company, and you could just, instead of you having to do a lot of heavy lifting, you could just send them to Miss Pat. She's still going to be trying to do the calls. Ray, don't get shocked. I already told her that you probably won't be there, so she said she's good with that. Because Ray needs some rest. But other than that, yeah, you guys, make sure you're making your upline uh, earn that money that they got paid for your referral for your subscription to our company. Make sure you're using them and getting that information to them. But yeah, we're not gonna. What happens past the third and fourth level? We're not gonna worry about that. Just help your people. Just help the people that are directly to you and teach them to do the same. They'll take care of that. It'll all work through it. You don't have to contact those people. You don't have to know everybody that's in your matrix structure. I think that's what happens in all these other structures. They want to see everybody. They want to talk to everybody. You need to get to where you need to go, that you're going, before you try to mess with everybody else. That's just my personal opinion. So that's that. Anything else, Ray? Nothing?
BJ and Henry, I put the link to the Facebook group, $25 Legacy Facebook group, in the chat. That is where you find all of those, as
I
Sam
can't
was
believe
saying.
BJ ain't even in the group yet. I can't
Well,
see that.
you're welcome, Henry. Igor says, I am recording the Q&As. Can I put them in a YouTube channel, of course, with a little editing?
You do whatever you want to do, Igor.
Do what you want to do. Do well,
I
Igor.
mean, they're recorded and they're placed inside the $25 legacy group. Um, I, haven't you guys seen them?
Yep, I have.
So. um, well, we'll talk about that on training. We're gonna start doing some training. I mean, you can put as many videos as you want out there. Videos ain't gonna attract people. I mean, why are you putting a Q&A video out to people and you don't even have a downline?
Igor said I didn't want you to shoot me.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You don't even have. Now, I'm not speaking to Igor, okay, you guys, but I'm just saying, a person they ain't even built their team yet, and they're putting Q&A videos out there. You need to focus on building your team, and then you start giving your team that good stuff. Just putting it out in the atmosphere. These people that are on this call right now, that's their duty to take that stuff and take it back to the people. You need to secure your team and inform your 1, 2 people that you got in this deal, and those are the people you should be focused on bringing back materials, not supplying our whole group. And you in there posting pretty pictures and you're making pretty posts and you look like you just the biggest marketer out here, and you ain't generated 2 leads and you ain't got one person signed up. Tell me where's the waste is. This is our internet community. And the ones you see posting on Facebook are not really helping nobody. All they're doing is just going through spamming videos and links and not really helping anybody. I would say focus on your team and deliver them that information. You don't even have to put it on Facebook or YouTube. Give your team that information. And if you say, "Well, Sam, I don't have a team," then that's what you need to work on first and foremost instead of recording videos and putting them out on the internet.
All
Oops.
right, guys.
Oops.
we, we've got another call coming up in 20 minutes, less 18 minutes at the top of the hour. So, we're not going to keep you. We've got to clean up all the mess here, get ready for the next webinar, sweep the floor,
Yeah,
pick up
I'll be
all the
quiet on
questions
the
and
next one.
stuff
I'll
like that.
sit back on my hands. I won't say anything because look, it is winding down now. And if you didn't come to work, mm mm mm.
all of us are tired, guys, and it's just beginning.
Exactly. We're
So,
running on pure adrenaline right now.
amen, amen, amen. We
Mhm.
do we do appreciate all of you coming to this webinar. We do invite you to the next one. There's one, like I said, at the top of the hour. There'll be another one at 7 and another one at 9
Yep.
uh, Eastern Standard Times, using this same link that you used to come in here. Go get your people and bring them back. I'm encouraged because I'm seeing you bring some new people. There's some new people showing up on each one of these. I just wish that it had been more so all through this thing. But I tell you what, I watched it and watched it. It's gathering steam and it's fixing to explode here in just a very few hours. So I hope you all are ready. I hope you've got your ducks in a row. San, we appreciate you coming on here to answer these questions. Lisa, we appreciate you doing the presentation, and we appreciate everybody that came. Come to the next one if you can, okay? We'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Thanks for